So, okay, my voice is audible?
Yes,
Yep.
all good.
Yes.
Okay.
We're live
Good,
also.
yeah.
Yep.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. It's an absolutely pleasure to see you, all of you in here, this incredible crowd for React Kolkata's second ever event. Give yourself a huge round of applause for making this community what it is. I'm your host for the evening, and I couldn't be more thrilled to kick things off again. For those of you who are here for the first time, you know the vibe. For our newcomers, we are about to experience it. And React Kolkata isn't just a community, it's a movement born from a shared passion of connecting and learning and growing together in this ever evolving tech landscape. Our vision is simple: to foster a vibrant hub where React enthusiasts from beginners to seasoned pro can share knowledge, collaborate on existing projects, and truly elevate the React ecosystem in our city and beyond. React Kolkata is a proud initiative of ReactPlay, a name many of you know for their phenomenal work in open source world. They have been recognized the best community award by Git Nation 2025, and we are very proud to be a part of that legacy. I'd like to quickly invite Tapozda to say some few words about React Kolkata, ReactPlay, and our shared vision. Tapozda, over to you.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Sulagna. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so I hope that I'm audible, not with my usual setup that I have every day because I'm on the move. Uh, so I'm really excited for the second one. First one went really fabulous, and kudos to the entire team, audience, speaker, everyone. This is the second one. I think this is the time that the actual challenge starts. I would suggest we have to now continue, right? And to continue and make it successful, we need support from the community. We are also building a community in parallel for React Kolkata. The community stays on WhatsApp, it's there on Discord, and we are also coming up with our website for React Kolkata website. It's already up. You can actually check it out, reactkolkata.com. It might not have all the content, but that is where we would love to get your support. If you want to make your hands dirty, at the same time, you want to participate in an open source project, open source initiative, you can actually contact us, any of us, and we will let you know like how to get started with it. It will be really awesome for you to participate in this initiative, and for us, like, we'll be able to build something together. It is a win-win thing, right? And we want to continue this meetup not only online, we want to come offline. I think the first event also we spoke about it, like the online is probably for first 2 to 3 times, and we want to go offline right after that, where we want to meet you, in person. We want you to be on the stage, and we want to get this vibe going on really, really strong in the city of Kolkata and beyond, of course. So, looking forward to today's event. Thank you to all the speakers for agreeing to speak today. Yes, and all of you for coming today. I hope that you learned something really cool and new. The chat is open. Please feel free to ask any questions. We are here to answer you and take you to the speaker for any kind of clarifications. Your support means a lot. Yeah, so Lagna, thank you very much. Over to you. Please take it
Yeah.
forward from here.
Yes, thank you, Tapozda. Thanks for this inspiring insight and the agenda, the vision that we have for React Kolkata. Thanks for sharing that. It means a lot. And yes, as he said, we have a stellar lineup of speakers. And let's start. Let's get this show on the road. We have an absolutely, as I said, absolutely stellar lineup of speaker for you tonight, and ready to drop some serious knowledge bombs. So get your notepads ready, and if you want, like, take screenshot, take them furiously, because we are diving straight into one of the most exciting topics today: AI. Let's welcome our first speaker, Orinda Mojumdar. His talk title: Cracking the Code to Make AI Easy for Everyone. Arindam is here to show us that AI isn't some abstract, unreachable goal, but an extension of our full stack skill. This session will cover prerequisites, introduction key frameworks for building AI agents and provide a practical path to start small, iterate, but build real AI projects. Arindam, the stage is all yours.
Awesome. Thanks. Is my screen visible?
I think
I think no.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Wait. Let me try again. I hope it should be visible now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Just let me. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks a lot for the lovely introductions, Lagna. I really appreciate it. So, hey folks, yeah, I will today talk about a pretty interesting topic. I guess I don't need to introduce you to this topic, which is AI. So, yeah, I will talk about how you can add it to your existing stack and, build some cool products, SaaS, and lot more. So, yeah, my topic is making AI easy and, cracking it. So a bit about me. I am Arindam. I work as a developer advocate at Navy SEA Studio. I also previously worked at Pieces for Developers, Keploy, and currently I'm building Studio One. And I love building AI agents and contributing to open source. So I also have been a contributor to Next.js. So yeah, that's a bit about me. So yeah, AI, right? We have seen this meme everywhere. Like all the launch events from Google to Apple, everyone is saying AI, right? So my point is, okay, there are a lot of confusions, right? I am a full stack developer, I'm a React developer, how can I use AI, right? So how many of you think that you need an ML degree or ML certificate to learn AI or build with AI, right? Put them in the chat. I will take those queries. So yeah, so first let me tell you the difference between building with AI and building the AI, right? So there is a just only one difference, what difference, but there's a huge change in terms of stack. So this is a really good diagram that shows the difference. So on my left side, you can see the data and research oriented stuff. So in this phase, ML engineers, data scientists, or others usually creates the LLMs or improves the LLM. For example, you might have seen the continuous upgradation of the LLMs. For example, we had GPT 3.5, then we upgraded to 4, and now we have GPT 5, right? So the folks who are continuously improving the models, like the reasoning and all those things, they are the folks, the ML engineers, data scientists, research engineers, and all those things. So they work on the training part, the evals part, inference, data, and all ML related stuffs. And now today we will touch upon the AI engineer part, or we can also say applied AI engineers, where we don't build LLMs, but we just use them, and we build products, right? So we build SaaS, we build platforms, and a lot of stuffs using those pre-built LLMs, right? And again, just like all those full stack jokes, yeah, API is the connector here as well. So we have the inference models, we take the API, we call them, and we get the response. And sometimes we also do the tasks with them. So we'll go slowly. So yeah, that's a bit difference about all those two things. So if you have any question regarding this, I will come back. We'll have a dedicated Q&A session. So we'll go back to that later. So next part, yeah. So how you can start, right? You have understood that, okay, you don't need an ML degree to build with AI, but how can you start, right? You are coming from a React background, or you are coming from a full stack background. So what should be the first step? So let's start with the prerequisite section. So what are the prerequisites? First is, having a familiarity with a language. It could be JavaScript, it could be Python, and it could be others as well. But yeah, JavaScript and Python ecosystem is really big, and they have a whole lot of supports in terms of frameworks and tools. So that's why I just recommended JavaScript or Python. You can always choose Go, and Rust and other folks as well. But yeah, just for the simplicity, I just kept JavaScript and Python. Next is the understanding of your stack. So whether you're coming from React, plain vanilla JavaScript, Next.js, you should have a basic understanding of how these stacks are going, because ultimately you have to interact with an interface, right? So you should be using in React, you should be using Express, or you should be using Next to, interact with that AI. Let's say if you're building a chatbot or others. And finally, a lot of enthusiasm, because yeah, things are moving very fast and we need to keep up with this, so you need a lot of enthusiasm for that. Cool. So yeah, now let's see what are the things that goes into building an AI agent. So I will not go in depth about all of them, but I will just give you a high level overview of the component that goes into the production ready AI agents. So first is an LLM, right? That is the brain of the AI agent that gives it the option to think and do the task, right? And next, it comes the AI agent framework. It could be anything that helps us to orchestrate. And you can also build your own framework as well. But yeah, and finally, there are tools, like there are different tools where you can use to search the web. You can scrape data. You can also put your PDF, get response from that, and a whole lot of different stuffs. And the next part is evals, which is really important. So I'm not sure how many of you folks do write tests, but those who write tests, they are really good. I don't write much, so yeah, I just have a huge respect for them. So yeah, so evals part comes in there, like how your AI agent is performing. Is it good? Is it reliable? Is it not good to push to production or go to the live? So we check that part here. And finally, memory. Just like humans, we have a lot of memory, right? We remember about our past. We remember some good memories. We have bad memories. So AI agents also need some memories to perform tasks really well, right? So these are the high level overview of the stack. We need to build AI agents. And now I will talk about all these parts. So first comes LLMs. So what are the LLMs? So in Navius, we have a bunch of LLMs. So we have open source models, starting from the latest GPT OSS model to Kimi K2 and a lot of. So the good point is you start with one LLM and try to test it out. Try to build a really simple example and see what are the response coming. And yeah, it is a bit different from the classical API approach, where we have a deterministic response. Let's say, okay, we hit an endpoint, we expect this. Okay, if we are using a weather API, we have a predefined structure. But in this case, we don't have a really structured way to get a response. That I cannot confirm that if I tell what is the capital of India, I'm not sure if it will give the correct answer in 100 times. So it is non-deterministic, which is a good and a bad part of LLM. So a good way is to try out with multiple models and see what fits your use case. And next is a framework. So one of my favorite frameworks for using building AI agents in TypeScript is Vercel AI SDK. So they have really good developer experience, where you can just start within just one click, which is npm AI, and you'll get started. And you can just, they have a lot of demos, cookbooks. So this is really easy to start with. And another framework is by OpenAI itself. So they have their own agents SDK, with which you can easily build agentic applications. So I will touch base upon that, what are the steps, and we'll slowly go towards building an agent. I will not give a demo due to the time constraint, but yeah, I will show how it looks like building agents from a very simple agent to a complete agents with evals and stuff. So cool. Yeah. So this is a very simple agent that will give a response based on your questions. So as you can see, it is not that tough. I mean, just 7 lines of code, right? So we are pretty familiar with this kind of structure. We're just importing it. We are just defining the agent just like other APIs or libraries we define. So we are just taking the agent, we are just giving it a name, then we are just giving it that instruction what you need to do when we give it the prompt, right? And then there comes the model. You can change the model based on your needs. So this is the really basic agent. If I give it a response, if I give it a query, it will give a simple response here, and yeah, that's it. So it is this simple to create a very basic agent, but yeah, it will not do well in production use cases. As you can also understand, it does not make sense to have a 7-line code to interact with your user, right? So uh, we need to make it more performant, right? So that's why we'll add tools to it, right? So tools is nothing much giving the AI to access to interact with the real world objects. So for example, we all have used weather APIs, right? So this is how it looks like. So we can define a tool where it takes input, it gives an output, and the agent will use this tool to interact with the real world objects. For example, if you want to ask AI that, okay, what is the weather in Kolkata? So it will use that tool, it will call that API, it will pass that input, and it will get that output from that tool. And it finally it will give you a really polished answer that, okay, in Kolkata currently it is raining a bit, and all this temperatures and stuff. So yeah, for example, you can see this is the response it gets, and after that the agent takes this information and gives you in a really polished way based on the query, of course. So you can also create these tools using external APIs and other stuffs, but uh, all these frameworks has their inbuilt libraries and tools. So if you just use their inbuilt tool, the code looks really simple. So in this code, I'm just importing the web search tool that will do the web search for us, or the file search tool, and yeah, that's it. So if you see, the code is reduced to just 6 lines. So yeah, I mean, uh, for production use cases, you can use both. If you have custom use cases that they don't have built-in support, you can just create it. It's just using Zord, defining input schema, output schema, and that's it. The AI will interact for you. And next, will add handoffs. So before going to handoffs, I will tell you the scenario where it is recommended. So if you're using one agent, you don't need a handoff, right? So from the name, you can understand that it is giving something to the next person, right? So when you are using multi-agent environment where you have multiple agents interacting with each other, it becomes really hard to pass the information and to the next agent, right? So for example, let's say you have 4 agents. One is doing the web search, next agent is doing the file search, right? So the next agent, the second agent, will not have the context of the first agent if you don't give him the context that, okay, hey, in the web search I got this information, and now you just add those informations into this file. So with this handoff, we can just pass this same information to the next agent. So if you see this, here we have seen there's one billing agent, so, and the refund agent. So first, what it will do, it will pass the information of the billing agent to the refund agent, and then it can have the context that, okay, what was the bill that we sent, and based on that we can like do the rest of the work what you have defined in the instruction. So basically it's nothing much, it's just telling your friend about your like your story, so he can relate with you, right? So putting this in a really simple way. Cool. Now the next part is thinking something like testing or logging, you can say. So as I mentioned, AI is really non-deterministic. You cannot predict that, okay, you cannot predict 100% sure that it is going to give you the correct results as per your uh, authentic and everything. So we need to do tracing and logging for that, like, okay, what are the response it is giving, which model is giving the more accurate response, and our goal is to reduce the hallucinations, right? So we have to see that, okay, what prompt is giving us the better response, which agent framework is doing good, which LLM is doing good for us. So for that we need tracing. So there are a lot of libraries for doing tracing. One of them are keywords AI. So it's pretty simple. You just import again the packages and just write this 4 lines, and that's it. It will start logging all your informations in a good dashboard. So I will go in the next slide, and yeah, so here you'll see that the time frame, the workflow that you are working, and see OpenAI, the input, the what was the prompt that user given, and the output of that as well. So it gives you an idea that, okay, these are the prompts that is my agent is doing good, but there are some prompts that it is failing, it is not giving the ideal responses. So yeah, again, we need to improve then the prompt, and it basically helps us to improve our whole workflow and create reliable systems. So yeah, so one of the examples I recently built was an agentic deep researcher, where I first take the user query, give that to a web search agent that will do the web search for us, and it will hand off the research node to the next agent, which will do the analysis. So there I am using the DeepSeek model. So it does the analysis and it generates the analysis report and hands off that report to the writer agent, and then finally writer agent accumulates everything, all the analysis, all the web search, every content, and creates a detailed report for this. So you can understand, if we don't hand off the response, the writer agent will have no clue about what you are talking about, right? So it's a chain that you can think, like starting from the web search to the analysis to the writer agent. So in this kind of scenarios, handoffs becomes really important. And also, if you want more examples, Versal AI has a really good cookbook. I highly recommend you to checking that out. They have building different kinds of agents, RAG agent, SQL agent, and a lot of others. And yeah, I will share the links in the description of this video or this chat as well later. You can check them out. And finally, I am also creating a repo with agentic examples. If you are interested, you can check that out. You can just scan this QR, and it is 100% open source. All the code is public. I have around 40 plus examples as of now, and it recently crossed 4K GitHub stars. So it's getting good contributions from community. And if you're building agents, you can also contribute to it. And yeah, also, if you want to try these models, you can try it on Navier AI Studio. I have also prepared a coupon code. You can scan this QR, you can use this coupon code, and you'll get $50 credit. So that should be enough for you to try out, build your first agent, and you can definitely build a bunch of agents like us as well. So yeah, that's pretty much of it. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Uh,
Or in the
Great.
videos, there is a single question that I have mentioned to speaker group. Please check.
Okay. Uh, is this regarding integrating GenAI via TypeScript? Yeah, I mean, yeah, the frameworks that I showed, the OpenAI Agents SDK, the Versalia SDK, they are primarily TypeScript based. And yeah, though OpenAI Agents SDK has their Python version as well, but you can definitely use it with TypeScript. And the code I showed, all of them are in TypeScript. So you can just, if you're using Next.js, you just create it out, just like API route, and you create those endpoints and have this function, this as server function as well. So however you want to add it, it's on you. But yeah, it works completely fine with Next.js and all of your existing stack. So that was my point. And anything else?
No, I guess.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
That's a really great one, great session on agents. And like I learned a lot about tools and agents. Like I'm very pretty much a beginner in agents and building agentic stuffs, but yes, I'm definitely going to check your rep. And congratulations on getting such a huge number of stars. That means you are doing so much great works, and those works are actually great. These are the proofs. By the way, how many of you are going to get the coupon that he shared? Just like I have a query. Okay, yeah, sure. Radhakanto Roy, he has a query. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, somebody said totally newbie here. Thought initially AI ecosystem exists only in Python. Thanks a lot for going to explore JS ecosystem. Great one. See,
Yeah, I mean,
your talk has
yeah. Okay. Is there a network issue from my side? Oh, no. So, am I audible, folks?
Yeah. You're audible.
Okay,
I guess
yeah.
some
So
issue.
yeah, thanks, Sakil. So just to give you an interesting fact, there was an interesting post from someone in the Y Combinator that 75% of YC-backed companies are using AI agents that is written in TypeScript. So that's just a stats that I want to share. I can probably share the article one. I find it like around 60%, I guess. Yeah, not 75%, but yeah, 60% of AI agents are currently built with TypeScript. So this is an huge scope to use TypeScript. And yeah, I mean, just because it has a really polished ecosystem with Vercel and everyone spending a lot of them. Uh, awesome. Yeah, thanks, Shamiran. Get to hear that. Let me know if you have any queries, and yeah, we can connect on socials and drop any questions. I'm happy to help you out. Uh, there was one query, I guess. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. What is the need of building our own agents, right? Yeah. So the need is to solve your problem. So we have seen a lot of automations, right? We have been doing a lot of automation, but what agent does is like a different from automation. So it gives us more liberty to execute stuffs for you when you are not present. So let's say one of the things that I built was a job search workflow. So where you use the agent to find jobs from different job portals, and not only find that, shortlist them based on your stack. So have a personalized version of your resume shortlisted, and then getting a custom email, cold DM. So you can do a lot of stuffs with this. It's just not just using like simple agents. So the example I showed was very simple, but you can do a bunch of stuffs. In fact, build some cool agents, coding agents like Cursor itself. So all of them are AI agents. So you can build a lot of stuff with them.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my question, actually, the context is, since building our own agent and deploying it on server, it cost more. I mean, you know the cost, right? So now you have mentioned that you are building some job search agents, but Perplexity does it better, right?
Yeah.
Perplexity and Perplexity is also giving free credits for Airtel users. So what is the need of our building our own agents instead of using their actually professional grade agents?
Yeah, so see, if you are thinking from a single user perspective, then it does not make that sense. Like you might not be really thinking much about your privacy, right? You might okay to give your personal details to Perplexity, which they will probably use to train their next generation of models, right? So if you're okay with that, that is fine. But if I'm talking about corporates, they are not okay with sharing their business details. They have really confidential things that they don't want to share with this proprietary providers, right? They want to have everything in house. So that's the point of having self hosting options. That's the point of having your own local LLMs, and everything having in house, so that you can deploy it on your own servers, and you have the ownership of your data, and no other AI companies is using your data to train their models to get them better, right? So if you are fine with that, that's good, but your company might not be okay to share their personal details with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I will extend that later. Yeah, that's it for now.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great then. Thanks.
Okay. Any more
Yeah. Thank you.
questions?
Yeah.
Thank you, Radhakanto, for your question. Somebody asked, I think,
Awesome.
I think the plus point of building my own agent is I can make my own money.
Of course, yeah. You can
Yeah.
monetize it, create a SaaS,
That's
and
true.
But
That's true.
it will hurt your parts.
no, it depends how you are deploying, right? It just so you don't deploy your own projects on AWS, right? Because it costs, but that's not the way it works, right? A lot of startups are building, so everything has pros and cons. You have to see the profit here.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. Over to you, Sulek.
Okay, then. Okay, thank you, Arindam. Okay, so thanks a lot for this amazing talk and amazing explanation of AI and agents. So we are moving from AI to foundational tool for every React developer should know, that is routing. We are incredibly excited to welcome our next speaker all the way from Nigeria, the international speaker himself, Elijah Osolu. Uh, Pardon me, Elijah, if I have mispronounced your name. I am absolutely sorry
No,
for that if I did that.
really tried.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
okay, his talk is about React Router version 7 is not as scary as you think. In this talk, he will demystifying the new modes, show how remix concepts actually reduce boilerplate in React Router version 7, and walk through the practical examples. So get ready to learn everything with real world project examples. So Elijah, a huge welcome to React Kolkata's virtual stage. Take it away.
Yeah, thank you very much for the introduction. Hi everyone. My name is Elijah Shaolu, and a little bit about me. I'm a software engineer. I'm a technical writer. I like to build open source tools, and I think that pretty much sums up everything about me. And I'm excited to be joining you from all the way from Nigeria. Right. So yeah, let's dive straight into it. So React Router version 7 is not as scary as you think. I'm very sure like some people here would have used React Router in the past, so maybe not actively anymore. So you would have used it like once in your React journey, right? Uh, but when version 7 was introduced now, it did not get that usual excitement that you'd expect from introducing a new version of a library. Matter of fact, if you go to Google and search for React Router, right, you'd see posts like this one, like this Reddit post with over 200 comments. And people were just sharing how unpleasant they feel about like the new version of React. And you'd see Twitter posts like this one as well. I mean, it's kind of makes sense, right? Because version 7, it's introduced new modes, and a lot of people are confused about like where to start from. You were using, it was kind of basic before now, but now there's a new mode. You'd have to choose like between 3 different modes. And then there is the remix integration. So I don't know if you're familiar with remix here. So yeah, they brought remix into React's router. So that kind of confused people as well, right? So ultimately, it looks like an entirely new system, like different from what people were familiar with before. So yeah, well, I'm going to try and make things look like less scary now. So let's start with uh highlighting the changes in version 7, like what actually changed, what did they introduce, what are the new features. So before we talk about the new changes, I would also point out that if you're using version 6 in the past, like if you're using React Router version 6 in the past, and you update to version 7, nothing is going to break in your app. So version 7 is like a non-breaking change. It's a non-breaking upgrade, right? So you can continue using React Router as usual. I think that's one thing that more people do not understand, because they think they'd have to like crazy revamp the application before they can start using version 7, right? So that's not true. And yeah, also, like I mentioned earlier, Remix, that's like the Remix library. It has now been integrated into React Router. So that means you can do stuff like creating file-based routing, file-based routes, enjoy better SEO in your React applications if you're using React Router. And yeah, we have 3 new different modes now. So we have the declarative mode. Sorry, let me expand the slide. Present full screen. So we have the declarative mode, we have the framework mode, and the data mode. So what does all of this mean? So starting with the declarative mode, this is like the easiest way to use React Router like right now, right? So this provides methods that you're already familiar with, methods and components that you've used in the past. So that's talking about the browser routes, components, the routes. So I tried to create this basic example, import this browser routes components and declare the index part. And okay, yeah, to get started with it is also pretty very straightforward. In the past, we would use create React app to create your React application, but that has been discontinued, right? So now you can just create a new app with Vite, then install React Router, imports the browser components, create your applications as before. So nothing changed here, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it about declarative mode. So later I'm going to share, when to use which mode and all of that. So the next mode now is the data mode. So the difference between declarative mode and data mode is loaders and actions. So if you are building an application where you need to load data from an API, or your application would like include a form that would send data out to an API or some other source. So those are like loaders and actions, right? So you use the data mode. So again, nothing changed here. So it's kind of, they just give it a fancier name. Like it's still the same React router that you're familiar with in the past. Nothing changed here, right? So, but now, yeah, in the data mode, instead of using the browser routes to create your routes, use the bare create browser router method, right? Then you declare your loader functions. So I tried to create a basic example here. So return a user Alice. So say here, for example, you could have your fetch logic that's calling a third-party API or whatever. Then in your routes, the routes function, the routes component, so you can access your data, right? And yeah, using this is like also similar to how you've been using React Router in the past. Nothing new. Create your React app like before, install React Router, and just import the components, right? So that brings us to the third part now, third mode. So that's the framework mode. So here's where things start to get interesting. So this is kind of like where people are like really, really more confused, right? So some backstory about the React Router and the Remix integration. So both frameworks, they are owned by the same team. So the team that owns React Router also owns Remix, right? So and yeah, before now, like they were different, they were created separately, right? But like all this while, Remix was using React Router code behind the scene. So, and I don't know, for some reason, the team decided that, okay, in this version 7, let's bring everything together. But yeah, the fact that they brought everything together does not mean they're not forcing it on you. So you don't have to, this does not have to be like the default that you'd use. So you can choose to use the previous React router that you're familiar with, right? Or you choose to use like this remix styled React router. So that's like to clarify, the difference there. So like I said, yeah, this is the new mode in version 7 that brings remix into React Router. So yeah, and one interesting update here. So, before now, you could not create file-based routes in React Router. I mean, you could, but like you would have to do like crazy hacking compared to frameworks like Next.js, Next, and the rest. So with this framework mode now, you can create a file-based route. So you get like easier SPA, that single page application, SSR, static rendering, and the rest like that. So I also tried to, do this basic example here. So I created the routes, about routes, home routes, product routes, and yeah, there's a config, like a basic config file. We just declare which routes belongs to what file, right? And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and yeah, so to make things like easier, the Remix team now, the React Router team, so they created a couple of templates for this framework mode specifically, compared to the data mode or the declarative mode. So they created some templates to help you like get started ASAP. So they have templates for this mode and Tailwind CSS. So if you want to use Tailwind CSS with the framework mode, so they created template for that already. And you can just use it by doing npx create router, React router at latest, and name your app. And yeah, you notice that compared to how we've been creating the app, in declarative mode, you create a React app first, then you install React router. Same thing with data mode. But in this framework mode, you create like the app directly with the templates, right? So and yeah, so what to use when? So I tried to like create this table to help make it easier to make a decision. So when should I use declarative mode? When should I use data mode? When should I use framework mode? So if you are doing basic routing, you are creating an application that just links from, say, one page to another. You're not doing heavy data loading. So say, for example, like a landing page, like your portfolio, there's no fetching data. So the declarative mode would be like the go-to. So for basic routing, and yeah, if you're coming from like React Router version 6, and yeah, very conversant with version 6. So this is kind of still easier to move into. And also, if you are coming from, if you've used React Router with the Create React App package in the past, so this declarative mode is also kind of chill for you to get started. And the data mode, so if your application, if it needs to fetch data, like I mentioned earlier, from, say, an API, or it needs to send data out to an API, so the data mode would be the preferred go-to in this case. And yeah, okay, if your application needs to trigger actions that process data, so the data mode. Then finally, the framework mode. When should you use the framework mode? So if you're looking for a complete web framework, say like Next.js, like I highlighted here. So if you're looking for an alternative to Next.js, so one thing that I noticed is, people prefer these fancy frameworks like Next.js. I mean, that's totally fine. But with Next.js, for example, now, I think a lot of people have been looking for alternatives. And the reason being that, there's vendor locking. I wrote an article in the past, right? If you're not hosting your Next.js application on Vercel, like if you say host it on a platform like Cloudinary, so it's not going to work the same way it's worked on Vercel, right? So, and that's because Vercel created Next.js, so they've kind of polished their own platform to host Next.js application, like to work effortlessly. But if you take that same application, take it to Cloudinary or to AWS Lambda, so it's not going to work, as expected. Some things might break. So that's why people are looking for alternatives. So if you're in that case, right, you're looking for an alternative. So React Router and Vite is kind of like a great alternative. And yeah, finally, when should you use the framework mode? So say you're porting from Remix, like you've used Remix in the past, you are porting, you want to familiarize yourself with React Router version 7. So use the framework mode as well. And okay, I think that's pretty much it. So if you want to learn more, right, their documentation, I highlighted this link out, is like a great place to start out. And I saw this article by, I don't know this person, but yeah, I saw the article. It was really helpful, by Robin Birch, I think. And there's also this Log Rockets podcast. That I also found it helpful. So I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for listening to such short talk. So if you have any question, I'd like to take them.
Thanks a lot, Elijah. That's actually a very compact one. Like talking about the entire, I think you have given the entire flow of React Router to Remix to React Router currently 7. So yes, like the complete flow of the routing in React ecosystem. That's actually a very informative one. Is there any question anybody wants to ask? Anybody curious? Yes, it's indeed a great session. Very compact, like if you want to have the knowledge, like when to use which part, then yes, this session is a must watch. Anybody has any question?
I saw a comment. So someone said
Yes,
they
yes.
thought React Router was outdated, right, for projects. So yeah, that's like the misconception. Yeah, a lot of people thinks they don't use React Router again, but now that's a lie. We have all these new fancy frameworks, like I mentioned earlier. We have Next.js, we have Next.js. But if you're looking for a basic, like a single page application, right? Or if you're even looking for an alternatives to this library, React Router is still very well maintained. So I mean, like it's still there and it's still at the top.
Yes, it's actually very well maintained till now. So yes, okay then. So thank you, Elijah, for this amazing session. And that's actually very excellent. And it's like make React Router version 7 less intimidating now. So, all right. I think everyone has absorbed quite a lot of knowledge now. And how many of you want some break and some fun activities? Can I see some? Raise your hands, or you can like hit some emojis. Everybody just want to, okay, let's go. Yes, we also want some fun activities. So now it's the quiz time, and we'll be running a short quiz. Like if you have already take part in our previous event as well, then we are going to organize a quick fun and like very for like light-hearted quiz on React and its technologies. And this time, as we have Web3 here in our session, in our event, so we have also introduced Web3 questions as well. Let's see how many of you have like do the correct answers. So I would like to share my screen. And is it visible? Hello.
I think network issue maybe.
Is it visible? Hello.
No, it is not visible.
No.
Is
I
it
think you have
visible
a
now?
network issue maybe. Maybe you have a network issue. Check.
Hello.
Yeah. Now
I think there was some bad internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, just let me quickly share my. Hello.
Yeah. Now
Is
it's
it
visible.
visible? Okay, okay. You can scan this QR and you can join the quiz room, and let's the fun begin. Okay. Let me, I think after taking the, okay. So everybody is done scanning the QR.
Just wait a second. Just wait.
Yep.
Wow. Kolkata fishing are nice.
Okay, okay. I think somebody need to share the screen and show the results.
Yeah, is this visible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, awesome, folks. So those who missed scanning the QR, you can just scan it here, or just go to slider.com and use this room code to join. So we'll just take 10 more seconds so that you can join, and then we can take it up from there.
Sorry to interrupt, but in the Majumdar, your screen is not visible to us. Thank you.
No, no, it is visible. Like it's please check.
Is it still not visible?
Kindly not. Kindly not. But
Yes, it's just showing has started screen sharing.
Okay,
Yep.
well, let me do it again. Uh, is it now visible now?
No, it's still black
So
actually.
No,
Okay, yes, now we can
ah,
see.
Okay.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, sorry for the technical glitch, folks. Yeah. So everyone has joined. Anyone left? We'll just
13 people have joined.
okay.
So we have 22 participants. Everybody, please join.
Yeah, hurry up. I see
Yeah,
14.
wow,
Just
14. Nice.
that's
Chennai.
Damn.
awesome.
Okay.
I have
The
really
coast,
diverse.
Nigeria, Chakda, Delhi NRC, NCR, my bad. Arambagh, Great
Durgapur.
Krishnanagar.
Oh, I'm also
Krishnanagar is
from
the
Krishnagar.
second place. Like there are multiple of people from Krishnanagar then.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Team Krishnanagar, Priyankar.
Yeah. Okay, so folks, anyone else joining, or should we start? I see 16 folks, 17.
17.
Okay,
Yes, yes, yes.
let's go to 20 at least. Then we
Yes, we
can,
have 22 people, of
yeah, at
course.
least can get. Okay, I guess probably, yeah, folks can
Okay.
join up. Yeah. So, yeah, so tell us more about you. You're a working professional or a student? Okay.
Student. Okay, 2 person.
Okay.
Working 12. Okay, nice, nice.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a good fight going on. Working professionals are winning. Okay, now it's balanced. Okay. Nice.
70. Okay,
Okay.
what working professionals are doing? Not every time.
Cool.
What's your experience with React? Yep.
Let's see.
5, 7,
Wow.
9. 12. Yes, 13. 14. And 15.
17. Awesome.
Okay.
So,
Awesome. Yeah.
yeah, moving forward, we'll have the quiz, the real quiz that we are just warming up right now. So then each questions will have around 20
20
seconds.
seconds. Yep.
Yeah, and you can like get 20 seconds to answer those, and yeah, the uh, like I can just start now, and yeah, this is you have time concept from now on. So I guess
And
everyone
give
is
give it with proper dedication and seriousness, because the winner will get the official shout out from our all our social media. So be serious, and we want to see who wins.
yes. Awesome. So I guess everyone is ready. Show some
Yes.
reaction in the chat. And
Yes.
just start now. So yes. I guess yeah, we just need to join the quiz. So yeah,
One Olivia. Nice. Abhishek.
awesome. Then we'll get
Wow.
wait till we get to 18 folks. I don't want to
Wow.
leave anyone.
40.
14.
15.
15. Yes. Yes.
Start.
17. Like, why 15?
Yeah, we had 18 folks. Where are you?
Maybe they are building their own agent, you know.
No, just. I think it's all about Arindam's effect.
Cool. I guess two more folks left to join. Should I wait 5
Yes, I
seconds?
think you can. Just join. Don't think too much. It's
Yes.
just game and fun.
No one will judge you.
Yes. We will not even know who
Probably
is
I
right.
also don't know all the answers. So
Yes.
awesome.
Who
So okay,
cares? Okay,
okay.
let's start
Let's
this.
start then. Cool. So here is the first question. What is the primary purpose of React? We have 20 seconds. Yeah,
10 seconds left.
only 10 seconds.
5, 8, 80, 11.
3.
Fast.
Oh,
14. Okay,
Oops.
3 folks left.
achieved.
Okay. So let's see
Okay,
the answer.
nice.
Okay,
Next one.
93%.
Great, great.
Correct. Awesome. Now moving to the next question, everyone seriously check the questions and and do keep in mind that we have a time limit. So in React, what is the key difference between props and state?
Why still 0? 2.
There is no negative marking, so
Exactly. This is not
yeah,
your J exam or
It's not your, internal exam.
yeah.
internal
Okay,
exams also
16.
has negative. 16. Okay.
Awesome.
75.
Yeah, increasing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Damn, man.
Okay.
nice.
It's not skewed this time.
Yes. So what is the purpose of the virtual DOM in React? We have kept a mixed level of questions so everyone can participate in this.
10 fast. 14.
16.
16. Nice.
Awesome.
17.
Okay,
Okay.
awesome.
Oh,
82%.
nice.
So the
Great,
majority
great.
knows
Yeah,
React really well.
that's great.
Okay, 17. We were getting, yeah, awesome.
Next.
So let's go to the next question. What cannot a web browser directly understand and render JSON?
JSX code.
Yeah.
Nine. Why 12?
16.
Oh, 16.
Okay,
Okay.
Let's
bit
see.
diverse. Let's see who wins. Okay,
Yes.
this time 31% won. Nice. Now we'll have a intermediate leaderboard true so that you can see where you are standing. But we have 3 more questions, so don't go anywhere else.
Yep.
So currently, first is Hari with all.
Great, Hari.
So
Nice.
Okay.
yeah, you also keep in mind time is important. So if
Yes.
it's fastest finger, right?
Yeah.
Next is Devajati De. Next third is Ajay Gupta. So keep in mind you have the time limit here. Awesome. So be prepared. We are going to the next question.
Yep.
So here we go. What is the main function of the Web3 React library? Interesting.
Yes, we have Web3 this time, so why not, like, we will learn something, right? Even from the wrong answers. I myself don't even know. Haha. I'm going to learn today. 14. Nice.
Okay. Okay. Again, a diverse answers. So
Hmm.
the leaderboard might flip a bit.
25% no, and I'm not among
Okay.
those 25%. So yes.
Awesome. So now let's go to the sixth question. So what is a connector in the context of Web3 React?
Let's see.
This is tough, I guess. 10 still. 13. 15. Nice one.
Okay, 18 out of
18
18.
out of 18.
Nice.
Ooh. Am I the
Okay.
only one left with not having single knowledge about Web3?
There's a fun contest going here.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
This time majority won.
Great.
Nice. Cool. Now we will go to our last question.
Yes.
So the decider question. So yeah, carefully read it and try to answer it. And this time we have 25 seconds to flip things up. So what kind of information can a D app get from a connected wallet via Web3 React? We have more time. Try to give correct answer, keeping the time in mind. So then we'll see who wins.
Oh, somebody said the answer. Or what?
Oh, okay.
Okay, nice.
71%. Nice.
And
Let's see.
17 out of 18 people have answered
1%
that.
left. Okay. Cool. And you are correct.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Great.
We ended with a banger then.
Yes.
So
I
now it's
think,
time to reveal the leaderboard.
yes, I think people here have a lot of knowledge in Web3.
Yeah.
That's actually
So,
great.
folks, are you excited about this final
result.
leaderboard? Any guesses?
Yep.
Let's hype things up. So, okay. There is
Hari,
Hari.
great.
Great performance.
Congratulations, Hari.
Awesome.
Great.
We got our
one.
winner.
Great.
Let me take a screenshot.
Yes.
Awesome. So what was the hardest question here? Okay. It's a function of Web3 React library. Okay. I guess we had more tough question, but the folks said quite comfortable with that.
Quite comfortable with that. That's true.
Awesome, awesome. So huge congrats to everyone who
Yes.
participated, and we'll have this kind of fun activities in between in all of our sessions. So also, if you have some more ideas how we can make this session more interesting, feel free to let us know. We are open to feedbacks and any way we can improve the event. So do let us know your feedbacks. I will share
Yep.
the feedback link as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. So now
Yeah.
let's get back to our sessions with our amazing speakers.
True. So welcome back. I hope everyone has enjoyed the quiz. Huge congratulations to Hari for taking the top spot. And we will do an official shout out from our social media pages. And so let's moving forward. And our next speaker is a co-founder of Guzi, Akash Nath, and his talk is all about context is all you need. In this session, you will discover how context engineering can make AI features in your apps way smarter. Akash will explore simple, practical ways to give AI the right setup so it understands users better, works more accurately, and feel natural inside a React app. If you are curious how context engineering works with AI, you won't like to miss this session. So Akash, stage is all yours.
Hi, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Let me share my screen. Okay, is it visible? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so context engineering. First, let me just say a little bit about myself. I'm Akash Nath. I'm an ML dev. I'm currently campus ambassador of GSOC, JavaScript Source Code 25, and a SOC contributor. Currently, I'm building Boozy, which fortunately got incubated by Hevel Labs, and I'm a full-time hackathon winner. So let's talk about context engineering. See, the pain is actually real. Why do we need context engineering? Currently, all our LLMs, if you want to integrate them into our application, uh, most of them are pretty unreliable. Even you can see GPT-5 is pretty unreliable in compared to GPT 4.1 itself. LLMs, they hallucinate a lot, they forget a lot. They don't have any memory when you implement that into your application. If I had to make a simple chat application, I just fetch OpenAI API key and just make that. So there won't be any memory, and all the responses would be pretty generic. It won't have any personalized output for every users, and it will be pretty slow and expensive. Also, there will be security risk as well. So why should we care about context engineering? Because of course, LLMs are becoming a product features, not just experiments. If I integrate an support agent in my website, it will be far more better than any you can say any other website that doesn't have it. LLMs will just it will make the experience feel seamless, not just stacked on chat window. Users do expect our models or our AI agents to work fast, and when it fails, you know, when it fails, the front end bug ticket. It's a front end bug ticket. So what we will talk about and what we will fix today. We will talk about a clean, reusable pattern, no more messy logic in every component. We will talk about an AI that actually feels integrated. It knows about the user and the current app state. We will talk about more accurate AI responses using the same model. For I'm using GPT 3.5 Turbo for this example. It's pretty old model, but it works pretty fine using context engineering. So simply, we just have to put better data. And lastly, we just have to give less, we just have to do less prompt engineering and more React engineering. All right. So first, let me show you an example that what context engineering does and what without context engineering and response looks like. So with context engineering, you can say it gives me way more personalized response. And without it, it's just a generic response. So what is actually context in context engineering? See, basically context engineering itself is giving the model some background knowledge. It's all about making the responses aware and personalized. It's all about injecting memory and system prompts. And lastly, it's all about turning short inputs into smart replies. For example, if I send hello to ChatGPT, I'm taking ChatGPT as example because it already provides all these features like this, the background knowledge, the memory injection. It all is provided in ChatGPT by the OpenAI itself. So you don't have to do anything. So I'm taking this ChatGPT response as example. As you can see, it's background aware, it is personalized, and it has this memory injection part. So if I say hello, it's not just giving me some random response like, hey, good morning, or hey, good day, good evening. Rather, it's giving me a personalized and way more efficient response. Now, let's talk about how this whole context engineering stuff goes on in the backend. So first, user gives an input. Then there is a system role that we define. For example, we say the LLM that you are a helpful assistant, or you are here to help our users, our customers with their with their problems, like customer support agents and stuff. So there is a system role. Now there is this background data where we put all the data necessary for that chat specifically. For example, uh, what the previous chats were about. Um, for uh, for example, what the user mainly prefers, in which style. Uh, if user prefers more concise answers or user prefers more broad answers. So all these background data we put there. And lastly, there is memory, the user data. For example, what's the name of the user? For example, what's the age of the user, so that it can communicate with ease and reasonably. And lastly, we inject all them to our prompt so that the LLM gives us a proper customized output. Now you can say we can do all this with prompt engineering. Why shift to context engineering? See, context engineering itself is automated. Here, you don't have to put all those data in your prompt itself. It will be done automatically by the system. Whereas prompt engineering, it's manual. You have to write everything one by one that, hey, my name is this, I'm doing this. Previously, we talked about this, and then you send that prompt. Context engineering is stateful. It remembers previous turns as we inject the memory itself. Rather, prompt engineering, it's one shot. There's no memory, no memory between prompts. So if I write a prompt, it won't be saved anywhere because there's no memory in it. Context engineering is natural. Short prompts still work, like I already showed here. Uh, Even if I send a pretty small prompt, hello, with context engineering, it gives me a way more efficient and way more customized output in compared to without context engineering. And lastly, context engineering is robust. It handles all fuzzy inputs, whereas prompt engineering, even a small changes can break the whole output. Now, the set. For example, we have an user that asks something to AI. How will we do that? Once user gives the input, we need three components, as I said. The system rule. Here you can see I have instructed the LLM that you are an assistant to Billu Badmosh, a dramatic sassy cat, answers weird questions with patience and mild roast. There is this background data, the chat history, like what user said, and then what the assistant said, then what the user said, and then what the assistant said, and so on, so that the LLM can get a brief idea about what was they talking about. And lastly, some user context, like what's the name of the user, what's the age, if there is something that the LLM should know about, for example, in my case, chronic condition and stuff. After that, the LLM process everything and merges them to one output, like you can see here. And to be honest, I just put everything to ChatGPT and just copy pasted this output. But yeah, this is how it works. This is how the LLM gives you output. Now, this is the whole set. Sure, I've prepared a pretty simple Python demo, how you can build an context engineering, pipeline itself. You can check it out. I'm just gonna wait for 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds. Uh, you can take a look at it. Okay. Please let me know if you have checked the whole code. You can put it in chat. All right. I hope
Is there any
you guys have
or
checked it. Yeah. Now, the use case, the component level intelligence. See, if I want to make an AI tutor that remembers user progress within a session, uh, I'm going to create a custom hook that injects only the needed context, not the whole history itself. Because if I put a bunch of unnecessary data into the LLM, the response time will be longer. The LLM output cost will be high. And I just don't want to burn all my money behind this LLM APIs. So I'm going to just inject only what is needed as context that makes the components self-sufficient and clean. And for the persistent memory, uh, when I refresh the page, the AI's memory mostly gets lost when I refresh the page. So what I can do, I can simply sync my React context with local storage and a backend API. We can work with local storage if you don't want to put any backend. It's simply you just go ahead and put all the data into local storage. And if you can afford hosting and backend, and if it's of course, in production, you will need a backend API. So just go ahead and put that on any database. There are some protocols that you should keep in mind while building any context engineered uh, application. See, when you do context engineering, most of the time you should commit small meaningful chunks to Git. Use different branches and like that. Keep the context modular. If you have a longer context, that will get more time to process, and the LLM, the output cost will be high. So it's better you keep the context modular and send only what's needed. Document and test your application again and again before going to production, because if there's a small mistake that might open up security threats. And of course, protect sensitive informations from leaking, because user inputs are pretty sensitive, and just try to protect it, put it on .env files and stuff. Lastly, preventing vulnerabilities. Uh, as I already said, I am currently building Guzi. Guzi helps you to find all the vulnerabilities, and you can fix them with just simply one click. So go guys, check it out, Guzi. Um, and lastly, yeah, why context? Because it saves effort. The model does the remembering, not you. Because the context makes the AI feel smarter. When you integrate context engineering with your React app, um, it will just, the user experience will be pretty better than without the context engineering. The AI will remember everything. The AI will do all the remembering for you, and even a small input will return with a very customized output based on what you like, what the data you have provided. So yeah, that's the end. Guys, please connect with me. Scan this QR. So if you have any questions, please.
yeah.
Yes,
Someone is
there
on
is a
question.
Shomiran
I
Roy.
mentioned.
Yes, he has a question. I have one doubt: how these contexts are recognized by system to further giving related results. Is they used caching?
Um, uh, can you please repeat? I could hear.
Oh yes,
You
it's
can
in the
check.
chat. How these contexts are recognized by system to further giving related results. Is they used caching?
Okay. So see, basically, when we use context engineering, the necessary data, they get stored into the local storage, or if you have any backend in the database. For every user, there is this personalized data. So when we, go ahead and query something to the LLM, these contexts, they all just go with that, you can say, that input itself. So we don't need to do some caching and stuff, because the data is already in the database, and we put all the data mostly. So that's why I said when you have to make the context modular, which means you don't need to store everything the user says, rather store only the necessary informations. That will, eventually result in shorter context and faster results.
Okay. I think, Shomiran, your question is answered properly. And thank you, Akash. I think everybody's fell in love with your meme collection again.
Thank you.
Okay. So yes, so storing all this info, should we use DB or in local storage?
See, it depends. If you're planning for, a proper production environment, you should store that into database. But if you're like expecting users to provide some, less amount of data, for example, you can say ChatGPT. User put all of their data in ChatGPT. So in that case, in some production level, in that scale, you should use database. But if I'm talking about IRCTC agents, you don't need a database. You can just simply put those data into local storage. So that depends on the use case itself.
Okay. Okay, somebody wrote, but local storage have little bit amount of local storage, means it has
Yeah.
little storage.
That's what I said. Based on your use case, if you have a very little data that we expect from user, then you should go use local storage. It's fast. And if there is a lot of data, you should go ahead and put the data into database and backend database.
Okay. Yes. I think Shobiran's doubt is clear, and he say thank you for your valuable content. And
Thank you.
that's all we are all saying. Thank you for sharing your valuable knowledge. And this session was really great.
I guess again, I can do.
Okay, yeah, sorry folks, some network issues happening here and there. So okay, so yeah, it was a really great session. We got to know a lot, and now we can so all the questions were addressed, right? Yeah, okay, so Sulagna is back. Over to you. Yes, you're muted.
Yes, thank you. No issue. So yes, as I was saying, let's welcome Aditya Singh to React Kolkata stage. His talk is titled Intro to Web3, Bringing Blockchain to Your React App. And in this session, you will learn that Web3 fundamentals and how to seamlessly integrate blockchain, smart contracts, and wallet into your React apps using practical tools and real world examples. So yes, very much excited for this talk. Aditya, please, stage is all yours.
So is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's get started to intro to Web3 and bringing blockchain to your own React app. So who am I? I am a full stack dev intern at Complex Solutions, and side by side, I am a developer advocate at HackQuest. And my latest achievement is that I got selected as an LFX mentee at Magma. So let's get started. So if you think of this about blockchain, when you hear the word blockchain, so no worries. I was one of the, when I started in the blockchain part, the chains related to block, it's called blockchain. So firstly, let's understand the versions of Web3, why Web3 comes, what is Web 1, Web 2. So firstly, Web 1. In Web 1, we can only read. we cannot interact as of now we do in WhatsApp. So you can take it an example of a blog. There will be a blog and you can read it only. You cannot like it, you cannot comment in it. You can just read and take the knowledge from there. It was the starting of the web 1. Now on the layer of web 1 there comes web 2, in which I cannot only see but I can interact with it, just like WhatsApp, where a sender can send a message to the receiver and we both can interact with one another. Up upon that, there comes web 3, in which it gives the full data ownership, which means you are the owner of your own data. No one takes your data to their account, and all transactions are being recorded, not to one person's, but it is publicly available. One can check it is there or not, and one cannot tamper it. So let's take an example first. Suppose you are having an Instagram account with a 10 million followers, suppose, and you got banned. How does it feel? You are not owning a Instagram account. It is your own account, but you are not owning it. You are just a user of your own account. You just created an account in Instagram and you are user of it. You don't own it. So here, as a Web3 guy, I will enjoy seeing your account get banned. Don't take it seriously, because in Web3 you are the owner of your own account. Nobody gets banned there. So let's understand the rules of the Web2 world. So the king means the big companies like Meta, Google, they all own your data. They all have your data and they can do whatever they want. I'm not saying they do. I am saying that they can do whatever they want. So your identity is an account. You don't own your data. You just come as a user. You are not the proprietor of that one. The king can banish you at any time. You can get banned. Your post can be deleted. Your account can be restricted to some extent. So these are the some disadvantages of Web 2. So let's come over a decentralized RAM, right? Web 3. So here there is a magic ledger which is called blockchain. Here the history is kind of related to one another. Like you can imagine, like one string is all over thousands of block, is stored in thousands of block, which cannot be changed. And every transaction is there. You can see that every string data is present over there. You can verify it and you cannot change it. So the laws of the land, here you have to follow certain rules, not by set by the king, but how you will use the product. So the developer will create some rules which you have to follow. And the rules will not be dedicated by a king or a judge to enforce them. If you want to use, you can follow the rules. If you don't want to use, you can just skip the part. And your digital keychain, suppose MetaMask, WalkMe, and all others, they have your assets. Just like PhonePe, we have wallets in Web3. So a lot of jargon. So अरे भाई कहना क्या चाहते हो, खुल के बता दो पहले. So blockchain main agenda is to kill the trust issue that we have. Like no one can fake it, no one can tamper the data, no one can misuse it. So it's like a clingy or X of tech, where she will tell all your stories to everyone, including your shady stuff. She will not hide your shady stuff also. She will tell everything to everyone. So in Web3, there is no middleman, no lies, just cold hard math that will keep everyone honest. You cannot like temper any data in blockchain. So it is very secure. So if you ask any programmer what is the actual use of blockchain, so they will think a very long time. So let's talk about why I need blockchain. So suppose there is a bank in which I have to take money and there are multiple processes. If someone is close to someone, they can approve it first. If someone is not close to, they will reject it. So without needing a permission from a bank, think of it like a system that can we can lend money, borrow money there. So think of a system, it is programmable on Web3. So voting systems are a part of our democracy. So here one can vote without sharing their identity, and the vote cannot be tampered. So you hear a lot of like tampering vote issue a lot. So in blockchain, one cannot tamper anything. So the voting system is purely secure. So enough of PPTs and all. So let's get started with some hands-on practice. So this is Remix. Everyone can see?
Yes, yes.
So this is Remix. Here, as a beginner, we will write our Solidity code. So this is a small hello world program, not a. So here, first we define the Solidity version that we will use in our code, and the contract is defined here. So the contract greeter is defined first, and a private string, just like we do coding in normal languages, in normal programming language, here is the same thing. So first we take a greeting string and we pass it as an initial constructor. We use constructor when you have to pass as an initial value when you deploy the contract. So the greetings is initial string where we will pass in the time of deployment. So here are two functions like get string to view the greeting which was there, and set greeting to set a new parameter. So here I can compile my code, compile greater.soil, just like languages turned into bytecode, then into an executable code. Here we compile it into ABI. And what does ABI do? It is the contains all the functions like the manual that your program does. So after it, you can deploy it here using MetaMask account. So when you click a string like React Kolkata and I clicked on deploy, so firstly, it has asked me that this much deploy a contract, you have to pay a certain network fee. Here, to sign any contract or to make a transaction, you have to pay some gas fees, which is there, and it is set by the company that we are using as a provider. So here I am using a Sepolia testnet. So when I click confirm, so here I can get the blocked status like status 01. It the transaction had and the contract address. So this is important. Every contract has a contract address in which I can see its all values. So let's get back into our React code. So how many of you remember the quiz one, that what does a Web3 React library does? So we have used that Web3 React library ethers. It gives us the power of handling wallet with our client side. You can connect with your wallets, the phone pay of our Web3 to our web programs. So just like this, you have to paste your greeting contract address that is generated here, and the ABI that we talked about, the bytecode, you have to paste, create a different file and paste it here. So after it, you have to define a connect wallet system through which your MetaMask account will be connected to the project. So here some provider like which wallet is providing you, the account you have, the signer to confirm that it is you only, the contract instance, like here we have to pass the contract address, contract ABI, and the signer, in which the contract address does like what address we have to send, the ABI is the manual, what will it work, and the signer is who is signing the contract? Who is using this? So this is the only React code you have to write on Web3, and rest all are the same functions like try and catch. You have to wait for the data to come from the blockchain part, etc., etc. So here is the live site. So first we have to connect with our wallet. And the present blockchain message is Kolkata. I can update it like with my name, set greeting. So when I click on set greeting, the MetaMask will ask me to verify it. The transaction request is initiated. And when I clicked on confirm, so I signed a contract that changed the blockchain message to Aditya. So setting new grid, please wait. So greeting updated successfully. So the blockchain message shows Aditya. So it sees simple at an abstract level. So if we go into deep, where is my Sepolia network? So if you have someone's contract, you can check that what transactions have been done to that wallet and that contract. Okay, so let's see. So here, 1 minute ago, I tried to change the text, and here it goes. It is visible to all the people who can see the contract address. So when I clicked on more details, so this all, firstly, it burned this much gas to contract the blockchain. Then it verifies through the testnet that it is done or not. Then it get updated. So if you decode the input data, so yes, the name is greeting and it is a type of string and the data is Aditya. You can say here this because I have set a very normal program. That's why, else we can hash it and no one can see. So this was a hands-on experience. You can do assignment like you can check the source code here. I have given the QR code. You can scan it and try it yourself. Also, there are 3 levels of assignment. If you are brave, take it and solve it and tag React Kolkata and me over the social handles if you solve it. So thank you from my end. And if you have any questions, you can ask.
That was a great session. That was indeed a great session. Learned a lot about Web3 and your like how to integrate in React. Of course, I'm going to do it today because I myself, as I said, I have no understanding of Web3 and how it works. But yes, surely I'm going to try it today. So do you guys have any question? You can write it down there. Okay. Okay. Think no question from there. Okay.
So I have also sent it the GitHub repo in which you can
yes.
find the assignment with 3 levels. I have tried to gamify the process. If someone is able to,
Yes.
the level 1 is truly for beginners and the level 2 is of medium and level 3 is for hard. There are both levels for React as well as Web3. Try to do it.
So yes, you
And
will like have the understanding, the basics very clear. So yep, I'm going to try. I'd love to do that. So yes, thank you, Aditya, for this amazing session. And we are at the very end of our today's event. And yes, thanks to all the speakers for coming and giving so much knowledge. thanks to Arindam, Lija, Akash, and Aditya. Can we have a big round of virtual applause for all of them? Like, this is truly phenomenal, and thanks for every time making React Kolkata's event much more special. Okay, somebody wrote, I'm not familiar with Web3. Can you give a guidance to start? Gopal
sure.
Kumar Bormon.
You can explore HackQuest. It is a very beginner friendly. It organizes very much boot camps of free of cost for learning blockchain, and it helps, and it also organizes very much hackathons in which you can take part and earn very much prizes. Like there are hackathons with $750 prize pool, $2,000 prize pool, a lot.
Okay. Gopal Kumar Bormon, I guess you're okay. Can you provide LinkedIn ID so we can connect?
Everything is there on the repo. If you can check it, it has all the documentation link, my socials, and all the stuff that you want. Like that's why I have provided the link in the chat also. And if someone wants, I can share my screen, the QR again.
I think that will be better.
Okay. So is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
This is the repo in which all our things are there. This is my social links and the additional resource, the Ethers official documentation and the Solidity documentation, and all the parts that if you want to do it from scratch, you can do it. I have written all the steps that I have done for this sample project, and the assignment is there. With level 1 and level 2, you can check it out there.
It's absolutely very well organized one as well. So yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Gopal Kumar Bormon, for your question, bringing up your question. And thank you, Aditya. Just a second. Extremely sorry.
Yeah, so thanks Aditya for the really amazing session. And yeah, it was truly insightful, as Shilagna mentioned. We learned a lot. Again, I'm also not from a really Web3 background, so got to know a lot. I mean, yeah, we'll try to implement this, and folks who want to give this a try, do try that GitHub repo, and try to fill those assignments. And yeah, and if you have any questions, do reach out to all of the speakers, including me as well. So yeah, really encourage everyone to do that. And yeah, if you have any follow-up questions, any feedbacks, do let us know. We'll share the feedback links to you in the chat shortly, and you can send your feedbacks, how we can improve, so that we can come with a really polished version of the next meetup, and we can improve your experiences. So yeah.
You can check the feedback link in the comment section, and we will share the feedback.
Before giving to the feedback link, can we show the React official website?
Yes, just like let just give the yes.
You can share.
Okay. As I was saying, like, this is the very end. We have reached the very end of our second React Kolkata event, and very much thanks to all the speakers tonight. It was like you all delivered truly exceptional and inspiring talks, and most importantly, monumental thanks to all of you, the incredible React Kolkata community. Your enthusiasm, your questions, your presence, made this evening a resounding success. Now, as I said, we will give a shout out to the top performer of the quiz. And if you have attended React Kolkata's previous event, you may know that just post about our event, what you learned today in your socials, tag us with hashtag React Kolkata, and the best one will get another official shout out from our side in our socials. So last time it was a great post and we shared it, and we are hoping to see more amazing posts this year, this month too. And before we wrap up, we have some exciting news. Glimpse, Taposh Da has already said and discussed to you all people. So yes, as a community, our next big step is to give ourselves a permanent home. And I'm thrilled to announce that we have launched our React Kolkata official website, and I'm going to share that with you all. We already did, I guess, yep, just a second. Let me try to share it. Yes, I think it's visible.
Yeah, I think
Hello.
this is the resolution is good.
Can you guys please continue? Like, I'm just having a bad cough.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mean, we can continue. Yes, cool. Yeah, let me share my screen if you have some issues on that side. Is the screen visible? Let me quickly share my screen. Yeah. Okay. Is this visible, folks? Anyone? Can anyone see this?
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, awesome. So yeah, this is our new website that we are working on, and the good news is it is open source, so you can contribute to it, and we are looking for contributors. So this is a great platform for you to be a part of us, contribute to the website, and Priyanka can share more about it, how to contribute, and again, you have all the details. You can one-stop platform for you to find our latest blogs. You can also see the events and things we are doing. So yeah, as we are growing, we also want your support to make this website a bit more interactive. And also, if you are someone who write blogs or want to contribute, feel free to contribute in any other way. We encourage everyone, even if you are a first time contributor. I highly encourage everyone, because one of my first contribution was also a docs contribution. So from there, I also contributed to Next.js. So it's just keep doing that thing. So it could be really your first platform to open source, and you can keep doing such contributions. Cool. Yeah.
I
over
think
here.
we all the contributors, open source contributors whoever has started, we all started from that doc, like fixing a comma, semicolon, and I think that is, I actually embrace the fact, because it looks very small, but it's very effective, because these are small steps, but together, build brick by brick, one day you will understand, you will, even without you knowing that, yes, you are actually quite comfortable in open source. So yes, if you are, as Arindam said, season new one or even a season one, so we want you to come and contribute and make React Kolkata's repo, and like take React Kolkata to Mars or to Moon. And on another note, we want to talk about our open source community. React Kolkata, as I said, is just not about attending events. It's all about building and contributing together. And we have dedicated channels in our Discord server, where we talk about our open source projects, and we are like planning to host community days in there, and you can like come and join there. We are planning for some bi-weekly community hangouts where we can share our ideas and chat, like help each other in coding problems. And we are also thinking about like hosting some monthly sessions where we will focus on deep diving into specific topics or tools or projects from the community experts or the tech expert or leaders. So we would love you all to come and join the Discord community, as these are our future plans, and hope everybody will actively or proactively join there and build React Kolkata, just not about attending sessions, but actually a platform where you can like think first whenever you want to think about React or JavaScript in Kolkata. And yes, as we said, these are all from like I would love to like give the all the links, ask Priyanka or Arindam to share all the links in the chat, our social media links. And if you haven't followed us, please, you can follow our social media channels, because we keep updating about our events and this kind of amazing stuffs. So once again, thank you for making our second event a memorable one, and we can't wait to see you in our next one as well. Have a fantastic rest of the evening and happy coding.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, we have
Thank
shared
you.
the feedback form. Please check it.
Yes.
Sulabna, can I just add two or few more pointers to the others, like about the future
Yes, yes,
scope?
sure, definitely.
Yeah, actually, V3 or V4, or we are just trying our best to bring up a physical session or physical event to everyone, and we just asking everyone to support us, and we are just planning out few events or few um, sessions to recruit some of the volunteers for the next events or so like that. So yeah, this is the update which I have right now. And regarding the open source contribution which you just saw related to our like website. So it is not just a static website. We will bring up some features to it, and we will just tell you guys like what are the features we are just bringing up. So yeah, these are the quite things I just want to tell.
And one last request to all of you, like we missed it. Let's please turn on your camera and let us like take a picture. I would love if every organizing members and the participants, please open your camera, turn on your camera. Yes. I think anybody from the organizing, just can you take a picture?
Priyanka, just go with the picture.
Yes, nice Barcelona shirt. Okay.
All done?
I guess somebody has taken the picture.
I have taken the pictures.
Oh,
Great.
great. Thank you everyone for joining us and making the session another memorable one. I see you all soon in our next session as well. Thank you. Okay, let's
Yes,
just
Luna,
leave.
stay here.
So, yeah.
Live
We
stream.
will remove all other participants.
Yes. There are still.
Yeah, you can. I know.
I think.
The live
Yes.
stream is going, by the way. I just checked.
Yes. I have to like call.
Okay, just drop that's it.
All right, guys, you can drop out like.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Bye. Good night.
good night,
Bye.
everyone. Just the organizers, please stay on the call.
Yes.
Just we have to do some discussions.
Yeah.
I think
Thanks all
that
the
was
speakers as well. Asalu and everyone for joining. Have a good day. Bye.
thanks, Aselu.
Good night.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
I think
You- YouTube stream ended.
লাইভ স্ট্রিম বন্ধ হয়েছে? ইউটিউব
No,
বন্ধ
no,
হয়েছে?
no, 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 no.
না আমি জানি হবে না, কারণ তাপসদাকে আমি কলে পাচ্ছি না। কেউ যদি
তাপসদা কলে
তাপসদা
মিটে আছে এখানে।
মিটে আছে, কল করতে বলেছিল।
But actor in his live,
Anyway,
bhai,
I think we
the
should
event
just
was solid,
like
কিন্তু
I think we should just leave this call, and yeah, that will be best. Thank you.
all right, join a separate call. Okay.
That was the stream end করে দিন।